First of all, I'd like to welcome a new member to the board. I took Nathan Whittingham's place. Curtis Conley, welcome to you.
Thank you, thank you.
I'll do a roll call. Cynthia,
Ray Streetel,
here.
Don Workman,
Here.
Murray Stout,
Here.
Larry May,
Here.
Curtis Conley,
Here,
and Attorney Bruce Sisna,
Here.
and Clerk Treasurer Cindy Wilson.
I need a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes. I'll second that.
All in favor? Street Department, 80, got
first today? Wow.
you? Yeah.
Sure lucky day.
We had the town cleanup here, and I think things went really well. In fact, we just had the last 40-yard roll-off removed today, which it was getting where it's full to. We actually filled 3 40 yards for trash and 1 40-yard with scrap metal, mixed scrap metal, which Cindy will get some payment for that sometime. But we feel like everything went really well. I know there's more out there, but, you know, I think cleaned up a lot of things, Tal. And I think we took like almost 75 tires down to Spencer County
Oh, yeah.
to eliminate. So that's helpful, get them out of town. So, and other business is Deputy Kevin Farmer and I, we attended an NDOT meeting down in Christie here, a couple weeks ago. But we addressed some, they're aware of some of the accidents we've had on Burris and New 231. And Kevin and I, we had some ideas that we thought might help. A couple of the intersections, 68 and other ones, they have street lights on that intersection. There is nothing where it's lit up that intersection that we suggested may be helpful there. And actually, after the meeting, NDOT, some of the members kept Kevin and I and discussed things about that intersection. And sounds like they're getting a lot more serious about looking in and see what they're going to plan on doing with that. And I think even a few days, a week or so later, an NDOT person met Kevin out there by the truck stop and helped give us some ideas on Washington Street and Burris R intersection. And we're looking into maybe some more signage out there. And actually, we had a meeting with the paving contractor here a few days ago, and we're looking at the possibility. It's a very wide intersection. At the possibility of putting actually a turn lane in to the right and put a sign up, help guide the tractor trailers into the actual truck entry of the truck stop. We think would be helpful there, because I think they just don't. Truck drivers, you know, we don't have enough information there to guide them where they need to be going. And something we brought up about also is, for time being, we're going to put some little strobe lights on each stop sign. And on the stop markers, we're looking into putting a wide white line, you know, and actually looking into possibility of actually putting a stenciling in a big stop on each place where it's in the road plus the signs. So we're trying to do everything we can and ideas to make it as safe as we possibly can. But I think, you know, most truck drivers, they see signs as soon as they come in off of something. They're looking for that stuff. And I think a few more signs will be very helpful. And especially in Burris Road, right that section, the whole intersection is going to be resurfaced. And then we'll have to restripe anyway, so there'll be a little additional cost to do some extra striping, you know, for the turn lanes and everything. But I think it'd be money well spent. And also, I've been on some few streets. North Linwood's one of them. Dyke Road, I know there's nothing there yet. And some other, we need some tree trimming done. And there's a place out by North Washington going out by some guardrails starting to hang out. And there's by the volleyball court, there's some limbs hanging out where it's blocking some of the lights. And there's across from Mike's Auto, there's some tree limbs hanging out. You come in South Washington there, if you look, when you're trying to make a left turn on Main there, where them tree limbs are kind of actually obstructing view. You have to get way over to actually see something coming. So I talked to Kern Tree Service, and he's supposed to get with me and give me some quotes on all these different places. I mean, I look this way, as far as we don't have a lift, we'd have to rent a lift, and we don't have the proper safety equipment to do so. And to me, it'd be cheaper in the long run just to hire somebody that to take care of this, and they clean up and do a fantastic job. So they will be giving me a quote on what they may cost for that. And but I have, like I said, several areas, and any suggestions on that? I had something on. Oh, when we had the contractors meeting,
Community Crossing Grant,
huh?
for the Community Crossing Grant.
Yeah. And I wrote them dates down you just gave me a little bit ago.
They hope to begin the project around July 1st, and by the middle of August, they should be ready to pave. And they are aware of the Dale Fall Festival. Everything does have to be complete in their contract by September 30th. Oh, and also, they're just accepting for community crossing, applications once a year now.
Oh, they are?
So we'll have to decide in June what streets we would like, so we're gonna start grading and seeing, so if anybody has a suggestion of a particular one that, you know, you see needs the repair, let us know, because we'll be getting that one.
And there is something mentioned about the possibility of who grades the streets actually.
Yeah, now, we'll either have to go to class to grade the streets, or they have to have two people grade them. So basically, if one of us grade them here, we're gonna have to get certified, but then you also have to have another certified person grade them also to qualify for the grant.
Wonder why they've done that. I mean, don't make any sense, really.
So, just wanna make, I guess they just wanna make sure the streets that, communities are asking for really need to be paved, you know, so they have a process to do it, and, there's also, a lot of, it's very competitive, so they wanna make sure.
You said to hire somebody certified to do that? Like, who would that be?
I can go to a training, maybe, you can go to a training held by LTAP to get certified.
So anybody can go to the training?
Yeah, I know Purdue, they used to be, I don't know if they still are. This is when I was on the board before, you know, they had really good information on certain websites and stuff, all about, you know,
This
like
would be an actual classroom.
Yeah.
You know, they
crack
got the
ceiling, you
information.
know, and told all kinds of, you know, stuff like that.
Okay.
Other than that, that's about all I have.
Okay, thank you, Eddie. Park and Rec, John, anything?
I don't really have anything new. I'm still waiting on a second quote for that addition to the building. It's been kind of like pulling teeth, but I was hoping to have it for tonight, but haven't got anything back as of right now.
Did you have more bids on that building, or is that?
That's what I'm waiting on.
That's what you're waiting on?
Yeah, I contacted one company here in town. I called back about 4 times. I got the answer machine, but it was full. So I can't get a hold of them.
Okay.
Still waiting on that. So hopefully soon, because I know we got a time limit on. We need to have it done and from the Smith County Park Board.
Oh,
So I'll try again tomorrow.
okay. All righty. Okay, thank you, John.
Thank you.
Building and zoning, Phil?
I don't have anything new, but I have been looking at a lot of potential business that may be coming to town. We haven't been notified yet.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Everything hasn't gone pretty smooth.
So another business might be coming to town, you said?
I want to they find property.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay. I guess a duplex are going good out there, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We give a certificate of occupancy to 4 of them. And, the last one, 14 through, 20's already been electrical done. Moving right along, it's supposed to be done the 1st of August.
Oh, really? Okay. All righty.
If anybody wants to go out and look at them, I think they open at one office, haven't they?
They're gonna have one out for display, yeah.
If anybody wants to see it, still have some furniture in there, you take a look at it, see how it's gonna look out.
Oh, really?
So I have,
Okay, thank you, Phil. Wastewater, Dean?
I've got a few quotes I handed you to earlier from Triple T to bore across New 231 to get service for sewer over there. The quote on top is from Triple T for the actual boring itself. And then the two quotes underneath that was one from Core and Main, the other one from Utility Supply, I'm sorry. And that's for the material itself. And Core and Main is considerably amount cheaper. Now that 2-inch will service up to 2-inch, up to 3 residents over there. And the only downfall is I still am working on getting a permit, filling out the application for the permit to bore underneath it.
You said 3 residents, what about a small business or something?
Small business, yeah. We have several out there already, like Saxons and stuff, that's already on grinding pumps and stuff.
Oh,
And we don't have problems with them. And that's working with the bee people.
I've been called a lot worse.
Yeah.
so does this work for you guys as far as,
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely so. This is
and you,
needed.
and you let them know what they have to do, right, Dean?
Right, and they're working with Triple T just like me, so
Oh,
we're
okay.
on the same page, I believe, as how this is gonna go down.
Okay,
And it's just I'm working on the permit right now as we speak, so
oh, okay.
we'll go from there. I don't know how long that might take, or I know there's a $55 filing fee, but after that, I don't know what the price might be. But if I go ahead and get this approved, and I get the permit done, then I can order everything and get it here as soon as possible to get it done.
Our existing bond might work on that, Cindy, you think?
It might. You're right.
We're gonna keep that in mind.
Okay. I'll write that down.
And the total cost for equipment and boring is only $13,017.77, so I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So are you asking for permission,
I'm asking for,
Approve
to
this.
approve this
Need a motion to approve it.
pending,
pending a permit approval, yeah.
I'll make a motion.
Putting it, hooking to it,
I'm sorry?
and somebody hooking to it.
And somebody hooking to it, yeah. Absolutely.
I'll make a motion that we allow Dean to, whatever, contract the boring and buy the equipment and, needed things pending, approval from the state to bore under new 231.
I'll second that.
Go in favor.
I thank you much, and that's really all I have unless you got questions.
Thanks, anybody, any questions? Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Water Department, Austin, you have anything?
I don't really have much. We had a couple little water leaks that weren't too big a deal this time around. We did have an individual take out a fire hydrant in a car accident earlier, a couple weeks ago. and we're kind of working still. So I got the incident report from the officer, and we're working with insurance to try to figure out how that's going to get resolved because the fire hydrant is no longer usable. So it's about 10 feet away from it, sitting on the ground. So we're just looking into getting that replaced, but that's about it so far.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
There's at the end of the library part, driveway,
Mhm.
there is a fire hydrant that's kind of crooked.
Mhm.
So I didn't know if you guys need to look at that or see what's
Yeah, that one got hit by a vehicle.
Somebody backed into
Yeah.
it and drove away. We don't know
Yeah.
who did it.
It's not leaking or
Not
anything,
leaking.
and it's not causing us any issues right now,
Yeah,
other
I
than
just
it
didn't
is
know
leaning a
about
little
it.
bit that we noticed, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, thank you for letting me know.
Yeah.
Police Department, Scott?
Yeah, just a couple of things. We had to have a wheel bearing replaced in the pickup truck. That got fixed today, so that'll be on next month's claims. We're sending Kevin to a child safety seat conference up in Indianapolis next week. We got him slated for next week, Tuesday and Wednesday, the 19th and the 20th, so he will be up there for that. Something else, and I can't remember what it is. Having a moment. Oh, yeah, the tires. We're gonna look at getting a new set of tires for the truck as well. We had to have the front end lined. The insides are wore smooth on the front, so we had them moved to the back. So, we're just gonna go ahead and get new tires all the way around for it. We're gonna look at the same tires
Okay.
and go from there. Other than that, I think that's all I got, other than the spring fling that we will be at Saturday, and then we also have the National Night Out, which is in August.
Yeah, this year.
Yeah. So we will be down at the Gentryville Spring Fling Saturday. We're setting up the child safety seat booth with the seats and the informations on the ages and the weights and when to swap from one seat to another. So
That's this Saturday?
that's this Saturday.
Okay.
Other than that, that's all I got.
Okay, thank you, Scott. Old business, Cindy, I'm gonna bring up about the July 4th parade, have to do with that, or?
Yeah, for the July 4th parade, I was asking, Ray, I believe the town needs to sponsor that because of the insurance, because they have to have insurance, for a parade in town. So we would want to be the sponsor so that they don't have to have individual. And then also, we'll need to get a permit from NDOT because they are going to use,
Metcalf.
Medcalf, which is 62, and I'd be willing to help them get that. And then also, we have to contact the fire marshal because they plan to use the stage, so we have to get a fire marshal permit also. And that usually costs about $250, that we can usually do it for the summer, you know, we call it music in the park or something, and try to get the application to cover the summer.
Oh,
So-
okay, for the whole year.
Yes,
Okay,
so we just need a motion that you guys do agree to sponsor that, and then I will go ahead and take care of the insurance and the permit, both permits.
Okay,
I'll make a motion for
I'll
that
second.
permit.
I'll second.
Sponsor the July 4th,
great.
Parade.
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 Go in favor. Do you have any public comments? Yeah. Yeah, you go.
I would just like to come and introduce myself. I'm Darrell Schmidt. I'm our state senator for District 48. When Mark Messmer went to Congress, you replacing Larry Bouchon, I was elected to complete his term, and then I'll be on the ballot this fall. But I made a commitment to go around to, I wanted to come and meet every city, county, and town council in the district. Didn't realize there was 39 when I made that commitment, so I apologize. It's taken me a little bit of time to get here. Grew up on a farm in Pike County, graduated from Pike Central. Left, was working for UPS in management for a number of years. My mom died of breast cancer in '92. Met a gal, we moved back, changed careers, decided we were going to quit our jobs, get married, move back home, and start a family, and we've been doing that for 33 years. So, farmer right around Ireland, Otwell area. Got involved on the DuBois County Council a couple years ago, and then when this opportunity presented itself, I thought it was just a different opportunity to advocate for local government. So I'm just coming around, trying to introduce myself. I'd love to give you my cards, if you would, with my cell phone. Anytime you guys need help, grant opportunities, grant writing, happy to do whatever I can to support those things. I've worked at the state, I've been completed 2 sessions now, working to get myself on the Tax and Fiscal Policy Committee. Coming out of local government, got a passion for property taxes and the property tax structure that we have. It's a pretty complicated system. We have the 4th most complicated property tax system in the United States of America, and everyone kind of knows that. So the idea was started in 2023. They started study committees to try to figure out how we're going to handle that problem, how we're going to make the property tax structure and our tax structures more transparent, simplified, and more decision-making powers to the local level. Okay, and I know you guys are familiar. Senate Enrolled Act 1 in 2025, Senate Bill 1, everyone called it. That's basically the beginning of a 7-year process to try to simplify our taxes and get our decision-making more to the local level. Okay, so now this year, and I've got, if I may approach and give you guys some papers. Here's my card with my cell phone on the back. We'll start with that. And then I've also, what I've done is last year I went around, when I was going around and meeting people, what this is I'd like to hand out. This is basically a timeline of everything Senate Enrolled Act 1. Highlighted in red are the changes, and you'll see it at the top. House Enrolled Act 1210 is what was passed this year, making some changes to the implementation timeline of that 7-year master plan, if you will. So this will give you it'll talk about the timeline of implementation. Everything has been basically delayed for a year. Okay, you guys are familiar, I believe, with the
Thank you, sir.
with the MUST committee, which is the opportunity for cities, towns, and county councils to get together this summer and work to try to create our own solution in each county. This here is also, this next paper is a breakdown of the local income taxes. It talks about the MUST task force, the municipal unit strategic task force timelines, all things lit. And basically, coming off the county council, I always was like, you know, kind of like when you get married and have kids, you don't get an owner's manual for your kids. I noticed the same thing in local government and even in state government. There's not necessarily, there's a lot of information and research done at the state level, but a lot of times getting it to us in an understandable form where we can try to, make the best decisions possible. So these came out of the Senate fiscal policy analysts. I work with them to kind of create just simplified, one-liners, if you will, ways to help us understand all the changes, moving forward. And this MUST task force is going to give us an opportunity just to kind of create our own tailored model for local income taxes for each county. They figured out and realized that not every county is the same. They're all totally different. And I think it's a great idea if we can kind of tailor the things to what we need. And one thing people, I want to help people realize, if we're locally creating a local income tax, initially people's first response is, oh, more taxes. But in 2015, the state income tax, if you look on your pay stub, the state income tax was 3.4%. So the state was taking 3.4% out of everyone's income tax. And it's been gradually going down. So in 2027, that state income tax rate will be 2.9%. So over that 12-year period, state income tax revenue collections have been down 0.5%. So I like to look at, if we're going to end up, if we're fine with where we're at and not doing anything different, but if somebody actually has a true need and the community is supportive of, modifying the taxes or changing the local income tax, it is basically, instead of collecting it at the state level, you're collecting it at the local level. And I think we'll do a lot better job managing our own money than we will letting the state or the federal government manage our level. It's kind of painfully obvious, on that. So those are, I guess that's a quick overview. I just wanted to basically introduce myself, and any questions you have, things that you need, I'm happy to help. I'm happy to be a voice and take it back to Indianapolis. The last 2 sessions, every 2 years, you get reassigned to committees. Okay, so I was on education, elections, family and children services, insurance and financial institutions, and the local government committee. I hope to maintain my position on the local government committee, but I've been working hard and trying to lobby behind the scenes to get on the tax and fiscal policy committee. Believe it or not, but our views in southern Indiana and rural Indiana are a little bit different than some of the donut counties and places around Indianapolis. So that's my goal, is to represent us and our views. I'm basically a megaphone for 140,000 people in 6 counties. Okay, I represent Spencer, Perry, Crawford, Du Bois, Pike, and Gibson counties. So it's a pretty wide open range, but there's 50 senators in Indiana, and each of us represent roughly 140,000 people. So for me to have 140,000 people, I have 57 townships. And township reform's another thing they always talk about. There's value in township government. It's the most local form of government that we have. Maybe there can be some improvements and tweaks, but there was an impetus to try to eliminate township government totally. And it happened to be by a representative that represented 1 1/4 township, because it was all metropolitan. So anyway, I'm just here to represent our views, and I want to introduce myself to you guys so you have an understanding and put a face to the name. It took me, when I got on the Du Bois County Council, it took me 3 weeks to meet every department head in the county, including the judges. It's taken me a little longer to get across the 6 counties, and I apologize it's taken me this long to get here, but I just want to be an advocate, introduce myself. So thank you for your time. I don't mean to be between you and dinner.
Okay.
So. Any
you,
questions, I'm happy to answer.
Okay.
Or
Thank you, Darrell, and we'll-
reach out later. That's, on my cell, and then we can communicate however you want. Anything I can do to be of service, I want to do it. So,
Okay.
thank you.
I would like to say something, Kevin. We've had an opportunity to work with Darrell in another community here in the county. He's been very responsive, very helpful. Call the question, he's there, he answers. I'm impressed with what he's doing for us in Spencer County, and I feel confident when Dale has a question or need, he will sit and talk with us and do what he can to help us. I've had that opportunity to work with him in the past, and I'm thankful that he's working with us as well as he does, and I know from a personal experience, he works with us and he helps us. And there's another community I'll represent here in the county that he works diligently for. Just because we call and ask, we ask and he responds, so.
Well,
We're gonna do that for Dale.
absolutely. I mean, you guys are all here because you have a servant's heart, right? You want to help. And that was the same way. I didn't have an axe to grind, didn't have any topic that I was mad about that I'm going to go right or wrong. I just want to help any way I can to work within a system to improve it, I don't have a goal of creating so many pieces of legislation every year. you know, if it's something that's valuable that we need to look at, I'm happy to help and do. But one of my biggest jobs is to also keep silly things from becoming law. So, you know, I just view that, like I said, there's no one specific topic or anything that I wanted to right the wrong. I just want to help, and that's why we're all here doing it, work together. So thank you for that vote of confidence. I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Any other public comments? Yeah. No.
I'm Kathy Rinke with the Tonight Chamber of Commerce. I'll put my hat on there. First of all, I'm going to also echo what Bruce just said. Senator Schmidt has been fantastic to be able to work with, has been very accessible with cell phone, email, whatever it might be, or phone call. So we really appreciate you being in that office and your assistance here in Spencer County especially. And with what Senator Schmidt had talked about with SEA 1-1025, we actually have Mayor Kathy Kirkpatrick from Rockport and Clint Lamb and myself are working on kind of a roundtable, if you will, of ideas and discussions about SEA 1-1025 or 2025, I'm sorry. And then the MUST committee that Senator Schmidt was talking about. And we want to make sure everybody in our county understands that and different ways that the property tax that we can work through that crazy monster of SEA 1. So that's one thing you'll be hearing from me. We'll probably get a hold of the clerk treasurer, Cindy, and then if you can disseminate the information, to town council, that'd be great. Okay. Second thing was, I really appreciate you also with the support of our newest beekeeping venture here in the county with Dan and Melissa, or in the town with Dan and Melissa. We actually do have a few things that we're possibly working on for that corner, that northwest corner of Dale. So we're super excited about getting this started with Growing Success. So yes, I said that right finally. I always say being success, but yes, Growing Success. So we'll keep you abreast on that if we have some updates. And then third and finally, if you haven't heard, the Chamber of Commerce is moving its office to here in Dale. We are going into Greg Turner's building, not the event center, that would be super cool, but we're going into his specialty RX building. The Chamber of Commerce will be moving there. Spencer County Habitat for Humanity will be moving into there, and then SIRS, Southern Indiana Rehabilitation Services. So we're very excited about our move into the town of Dale, and it will be way too accessible for Humidor restaurant, but that's okay. We'll get through it. We'll walk to make up for that. There is a little bit of a town gravel kind of lot right across the street from Greg's building there, like before you get to the fire station. And we maybe want to approach you guys and talk about us providing rock and maybe being able to use it for additional parking spaces. But that'll be to come. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about, Murray? Where we always kind of park excess down further.
Yeah, it belongs to the town.
Yes, yeah, it's town property. So we're still talking through things that we're looking at or might need. But parking was the one concern we had, the biggest concern we had at that building. So we thought maybe if we would provide the rock, we could just kind of make that a
We're
little.
thinking about putting parking meters in there.
Parking meters? Well, I don't know if I'm going to agree with that, sir.
Where did Greg move to?
Well, Greg and Nikki retired. They finally retired, at least from the pharmaceutical business. So they still will have business, like Pund Electric is housed out of there. Patriot Flooring, not housed, but I mean, they kind of have their excess office, vehicles, whatever. Patriot Flooring, Pund Electric, and then Greg does catering on the side, FYI, and it's fantastic. So he still will do things out of the back, and then we'll have from that middle warehouse-ish area to the front. So don't worry, we'll have an open house. We'll have everybody come and join us and have an open door as well. So, okay?
Great, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Oh,
Kathy.
I'm sorry. Thank you, thanks, super exciting. I do have a question though about the permit that you were talking about for the 250, and you said they need a stage permit, and you might be able to do, I think we've done it before with Carnival Latino, that summer, or that year permit. So if you do go ahead and get that, is that something that would cover if we did do additional music in the park or movie in the park?
That's my idea, that when I would do the permit, that's what I did last year. I did from like middle of May up until October. I think they still had the fall festival, had to do their own.
I think so,
Correct,
yeah,
because
yeah,
it was separate, but
yeah.
yes, that's
Mhm.
what I intend to do, is just call it Music in the Park so that they can use that stage.
Fantastic. So if we have other music in the park, we,
Yeah, I did that last year.
okay.
too. And
Yeah, I
last
thought so.
2 years,
Last couple of years, yeah,
last 2
you did.
years, I
Mhm.
think I've done that, and then that way, it's covered.
Yeah.
Because you'll sometimes have churches want to go use the, the park, and then they get up on the stage and do it. If they came by and it hadn't been inspected and there was a public event going on, then they're gonna say something. They can actually close it down, is what they told me. So-
Yeah, yeah.
So yes, when I do the permit, I will try to get it for this evening.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. Thank you all.
Thank you, Kelly.
And welcome, Kurt.
Thank you.
Or welcome back.
Again, yeah.
Yeah, welcome back.
It's like,
Bruce,
I'm sorry.
Avelda has a public comment.
oh,
I just was wondering if there's anything that we can do, and this is probably gonna be for Scott and Kevin. There's 4 cars. There's a silver one, a gray one, a white one, and a black Mustang that are racing up Metcalf really long, or really fast, and backing off and making their tailpipes backfire like guns. And Larry can contest to it, because he was sitting on our front porch when he was going by. 10:30 at night last night, they were going. A half hour before this meeting, they were going down our street. And you can hear them go all the way out to 231. And it's getting irritating, because they'll rev it up like 40, 45 miles an hour to back it off for those mufflers to backfire. So I was wondering if there's anything that could be done about that.
yeah,
Can I go ahead and respond? We have made contact with pretty much every individual and have given them the warning in regards to the noise ordinance that we have for the town. So we will, I know some of them have already been ticketed for the noise. We also are looking into disorderly conduct, but we have to have the public call in to our dispatch to be able to look into that particular statute as well. There's also a muffler state thing that we're checking in with state police and with our prosecutor in regards to the muffler part of it. So we're looking into it. We've made contact with these individuals, so they're aware of it. It's just me and Scott are 2 people. So just, if you do hear it, the best way to do it is call it in, and if, that way we get other officers in the area as well too. If we're on a call, or if we're on the south side of town or north side of town, if people call in, that will get more officers to the area as well.
Yeah, 'cause there was 2 of them just in the last hour before the meeting.
They're doing it all over town.
Yeah, I know. And all you have to do is stand outside and you can hear them going all over the place.
When they see us, they knock it off. So, yeah,
It's
we are aware
tough.
of the situation, we are trying to resolve the situation, and we're doing what we can right now until we find out more information.
Okay. The second one was the house across from Circle S. Okay, Dan and Kyra was told to get out of their trailer while they were fixing their house. Why is this guy allowed to live in that trailer when he's not working on that house? And to see that yard full of trash, and it's an eyesore, why can't something be done with that?
you've been sent letters, right, Phil?
Several letters.
So what's our next step after the letters? What do we need to do to?
He's got,
Well, I think at that point, we need to
we were trying to redo. And we were told that we could not have it in our driveway tarped, it had to be in a garage or licensed. Rodney Robinson, how many vehicles does he have sitting beside his garage that's unlicensed? Why is he allowed? And you can see from the sidewalk, you don't have to go on his property, that they're not licensed. So why is he allowed to have all of them vehicles when we only had one and had to get rid of it?
Scott, do you want to answer that?
I'll go and check it out, see what's going on.
Yeah, we can bring that up in the planning and zoning meeting too, don't we? No?
There's
Scott's
two
supposed to
behind,
go.
Rod, that building there too.
Yeah, I mean, he's got several vehicles,
But
and
those
he just
two
bought
aren't
another
his.
one.
Those two aren't his. The guy from Indianapolis owns that property.
I just wanna know why he's allowed to have all of them unlicensed when we couldn't. So. That was it.
Scott, you and Kevin want to check that out? Okay.
Thank you.
Any other public comments? Bruce, you got anything?
Yes. We had received a request from Jim Grease and Lawrence Grease to disannex 2 parcels of property. And I have prepared, at the time we annexed that, because that was when the coal diesel plant was looking to come, and we kind of had a gentleman's agreement that, to that plant, not, if they ever, excuse me, requested to be disannexed, they choose to be disannexed, that we would cooperate with that. What I have, I've prepared an ordinance to disannex those 2 parcels of property that they requested. The good thing about that is that they'll take that road off our street list, so it's the county's responsibility to keep the road open that's adjacent to that property. So at this time, I think we just give it a number, set a hearing, we have to send notices out, set a hearing. If that's something that the council is interested in doing, we introduce the ordinance, we give it a number, set it for hearing. Then once after the hearing, then we make a determination if that's something that the council is willing to do. But after we see the request and the prior, basically, I believe it's an oral agreement that we.
Yeah, I think we did have agreement with him to, if it didn't go, they would change that. So.
So if that's something, we need an ordinance.
Not Paul's, not his part, this is just a grease part.
Oh, the grease part, okay, I'm sorry. I know, yep, I know.
That would be,
Larry and Jim and Larry.
somebody needs to make a motion, if that's what the board wants, somebody needs to make a motion to introduce this ordinance and set it for hearing.
I'll make a motion, to introduce this ordinance.
I'll second it.
Go in favor?
Yeah, I'll give it to Cindy and set a
Yeah,
hearing.
that's cheaper than maintaining the road.
Yeah.
Secondly, you got, pass that down to Cindy, please.
It will be 2025
That's what I was saying.
4.
Thank you.
2026 -4, I put that wrong, excuse me.
property owner is in substantial compliance or is not in substantial compliance, sign it, so send that back to the county proper authorities so they can continue to get their abatement.
What were, since I wasn't on the board at the time, what were our requirements of them to get the abatement?
They had to build it.
Build it, okay.
And it was basically, that was the town's portion of the, it was a grant. Federal government put in some, tax credit money in it. For them to be eligible, the town had to put something in. The town had no cash or anything to put into it, so we gave them an abatement as the town's portion of the incentive to build those apartments. And those incentives made it possible for the rent to be cheaper. That was the purpose of it, to have lower rents, less than market rate for people in Dale to live. And I think that it was 5 years of 100%, and then 80, 60, 20.
I didn't, like I said, I didn't know.
Yes, but that's what we agreed to, and they, I think the apartments were pretty nice.
Yep, yep.
And they have complied, with the letter used Brown Street, they kind of roughed it up, and they repaved it. So they've done, in my mind, they have complied, but it's the board's decision whether or not you think it is, but, and I think then we're ready to have a motion to determine that they have complied, and if we do that, then give Ray authority to sign the proper documents with the state and county officials verifying that.
They've complied to everything they said.
And I've drove by there several times, and I mean, it's really nice.
They look really good.
Yeah, I've been up there once, and that was it, but yeah.
So I'll make a motion to have Ray sign that they complied with their
I'll second it.
contract.
All in favor?
Okay, thank you. I'm sure they thank you as well. So we'll get those signed, you know, to proper authorities.
Okay.
And I think at this point, there's one other thing that seems to me like that we've discussed this on that trailer out of that estate next year.
400.
Yes. Now, I was going to contact those attorneys and tell them if they will donate that trailer or property to the town will pay for cleaning it up, but I want to make sure that the council was, to me, that's the only way I'm saying that place is never gonna sell. It's not,
Yeah.
if we can give me authority to try to negotiate with the attorneys for that estate, just deed that property to the town then remove that eyesore, clean it up, and then either
I would say you tear that trailer down for $1.
I'd like to say
Now,
something about
maybe
that.
they'll just-
I know 3 people are wanting that,
The what, the lot?
the lot. It's only 60 feet wide, and back to Ray Cooper's corner post. But if we can take their money and put back into town, why not? You know,
I think
Can they build on that?
no, can't be. You have to, almost have to be a 20.
I was gonna say, yeah.
that's to be 75 feet wide.
That would have to be a 20 plan. Because as, if you took it off, you couldn't put another trailer back, you couldn't put anything back on it.
Eddie, I got a question for you. Can you tear that down, the equipment we got, or not? Trailer, think you could?
2 or 3 of them already.
So all we'd have to do is get a dumpster.
But I want to make sure I have
Okay.
authority from the town, make that offer to them and try to attractiveness of that, that's probably the most reasonable solution to the problem.
I'll make a motion that, Bruce be allowed to try to negotiate, with the, state's attorneys to, just turn that over to the Tamrodale. Is that worded good enough?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Did you oppose?
I'm gonna abstain from it, because
Oh, okay.
I've got,
Right next to you.
You've got interest.
I will tell you that we do have a fund for abandoned properties. It's not large, but it would be enough to take care of that property.
Oh.
So,
Well, if we put it up for sale, then we can put that money, depends on what it gives.
But that was regardless.
Yeah, yeah, it's a,
Yeah.
And that's not always gonna happen in my mind.
Yeah, agree.
is that all you got, Bruce?
I think so.
Okay. Treasury report. Cindy, you have anything before we get to
I
treasury
just have
report?
one. You know, I've got 3 estimates for painting town hall. It's, almost 26 years old and it's getting to look pretty bad. And Ray and I were talking, we'd like to leave it when we retire next year in as good a shape as we received it in. When it was new, when we came into it, we were remodeled, and it's looking pretty bad in a lot of places. So, got 3 quotes and they ranged from $27,426 to $21,635. And then I received one for $11,720. So there's a wide range. We did recall them today. It sounds like everything's good. They won't be able to get to it till almost October, the lower quote. However, it's worth the wait, I believe. We have a 3rd one coming if it would tend to be, you know, close to it or lower, I can bring it back to you all. But, we would just like permission to be able to get put on the list so we can get it done this year. So I would use, our edit funds for improving town hall.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Okay, he did. Let him go first.
Second and third. All in favor? You got anything else, Cindy? Besides-
No.
And it-
A&J
Anita.
painting out of Evansville.
Oh, okay.
It's the lowest.
They're the lowest, yes.
Need a motion to approve the treasury report?
I'll make a motion to approve the treasurer's report as presented.
I'll second.
All in favor?
All in favor, I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
Need a motion to approve the claims?
I'll make a motion to accept the claims.
I'll second it.
All in favor? Next meeting will be June 9th, 6:30. Need a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
All in favor? Meeting adjourned.